What if the greatest luxury in the world was not money, but peace? Not attention, but privacy? And what if one tiny country on the Mediterranean discovered that secret long before the internet ever existed? That place is Monaco. For years, Monaco has fascinated the world in a way few places ever could. It is glamorous, elegant, and incredibly wealthy. People know it for super yachts, Formula One, royal families, luxury hotels, and million-dollar views. But beneath all that beauty, Monaco was built on something much deeper. A quiet philosophy, an unwritten lifestyle many people call the Monaco Way. And strangely enough, it is not really about showing off wealth at all. Because in Monaco, the most powerful people often prefer not to be noticed. That idea feels almost impossible to understand today. We live in a world where success is constantly displayed online. People post every vacation, every expensive dinner, every luxury car, every designer purchase. Social media turned wealth into entertainment. But Monaco came from a completely different mindset. Long before Instagram and TikTok existed, Monaco understood something very important. Real power does not always need attention. To truly understand Monaco, you have to go back hundreds of years. Monaco is tiny. So tiny that many people are shocked when they first learn its size. Surrounded by larger countries like France and Italy, it could never compete through military strength or huge land. So instead, Monaco built something far more valuable: exclusivity. Over generations, the ruling house of Grimaldi carefully shaped Monaco into a place that felt rare, protected, and almost untouchable. The principality learned early that mystery creates fascination. If something feels difficult to access, people naturally become curious about it. Then came the moment that changed Monaco forever. During the 1800s, Monaco faced serious financial struggles. The tiny country needed a new future. And that future arrived through luxury tourism and the famous Monte Carlo casino. But here is what made Monaco different from other gambling destinations. It was never only about casinos. It was about privacy. Inside Monte Carlo, Europe's aristocrats could escape judgment. Wealthy families could relax away from public pressure. Royals, business tycoons, and powerful figures could enjoy life quietly behind elegant walls. And slowly, Monaco became known for something priceless: discretion. Not chaos, not noise, not public drama. Controlled luxury. Even today, people often notice the atmosphere the moment they arrive in Monaco. The streets feel clean and calm. The buildings look elegant rather than flashy. Luxury is everywhere, but somehow it still feels restrained. A Ferrari parked outside a hotel in Monaco does not feel unusual there. It simply blends into everyday life, and maybe that is because many of the people living there do not feel the need to prove anything. For generations, old money culture in Monaco viewed excessive attention as unnecessary. In many elite circles, privacy itself became a symbol of confidence. Then one incredible love story changed Monaco's image forever. In 1956, Hollywood actress Grace Kelly married Prince Rainier III. And suddenly, the entire world became obsessed with Monaco. Think about how magical that story sounded at the time. A movie star becoming a real princess in a Mediterranean kingdom. It felt like a fairy tale. The royal wedding brought global attention that money alone could never buy. Tourists began arriving from around the world, dreaming of experiencing Monaco's beauty and elegance for themselves. But even during that explosion of fame, Monaco stayed different from Hollywood. The royal family never completely surrendered to celebrity culture. Grace Kelly became one of the most admired women in the world, yet the palace still protected its dignity and privacy carefully. And maybe that balance became Monaco's greatest strength. Visible enough to fascinate the world, mysterious enough to keep people dreaming. Over time, Monaco attracted some of the wealthiest people on earth. Billionaires, athletes, entrepreneurs, royals, and global business leaders quietly made Monaco their home. Why? Because Monaco offered something becoming increasingly rare: freedom from constant attention. Imagine sitting at a cafe beside someone worth billions of dollars, while nobody interrupts them. Imagine business deals worth hundreds of millions happening quietly without headlines or cameras. Imagine having extraordinary wealth without becoming public entertainment. That is the Monaco many outsiders never fully see. But then the digital world arrived. And suddenly, everything began to change. Social media transformed luxury into performance. Owning beautiful things was no longer enough. People wanted audiences. They wanted views, likes, followers, and viral moments. And Monaco quickly became one of the internet's favorite symbols of luxury living. Today, millions of people watch Monaco online through Reels, TikToks, YouTube videos, and influencer content. During the Monaco Grand Prix especially, the Principality almost feels like a giant movie set for the world's richest lifestyles. Superyachts fill the harbour, luxury cars line the streets, rooftop parties dominate social media feeds. And slowly Monaco itself became part of the performance. But beneath the glamorous content, something interesting started happening. A cultural clash. Because the older Monaco elite often built their lives around avoiding attention. The newer generation sometimes builds wealth through attention. That difference matters more than people realize. Old wealth whispers, new wealth uploads. And Monaco now sits directly between those two worlds. You can still find families who have lived in Monaco for decades while avoiding interviews and protecting their privacy fiercely. At the same time, influencers arrive hoping to capture the perfect luxury photo beside a supercar or yacht. Both are in Monaco. But they represent completely different ideas of success. And yet, maybe that contrast is exactly what makes Monaco so fascinating today. Because despite all the cameras and social media exposure, the old spirit of Monaco still survives quietly underneath it all. The Principality remains one of the safest places in the world. Security is taken seriously. Streets feel peaceful. Residents often describe Monaco as calm, organized, and incredibly private. For wealthy families, that safety is deeply valuable. But beyond physical safety, Monaco offers emotional privacy too. It gives people space to simply live. That is something the modern world is slowly losing. Today, nearly everything becomes public. Opinions spread instantly online. Fame moves at lightning speed. Personal lives turn into content. But Monaco still protects the idea that not every moment needs an audience. And maybe that is why people around the world feel so emotionally drawn to it. Because Monaco represents more than money. It represents escape. Escape from noise. Escape from pressure. Escape from constant visibility. When people watch Monaco online, they are not only admiring wealth, they are imagining control, calmness, freedom, silence, mystery, elegance, and the freedom to live beyond the spotlight. That has always been the magic of Monaco, and perhaps it always will be. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about wealth, power, history, and the hidden worlds most people never see.